Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Universe Mode. It is time for SmackDown, and we are kicking off the other side of the King of the Ring bracket tonight. And speaking of King of the Ring, let's get that bracket on screen for you here, because on SmackDown we have got an assortment of high quality matchups lined up for you, and once again, with so many great matches to look forward to, I couldn't do this by myself. Madge is here with me on commentary once again.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed here. This is going to be a very good night, I think. Very exciting bit of competition, and further steps to be taken in King of the Ring to show you all.
And what do you say we kick off with a first round King of the Ring match? So let's get this contest right underway on SmackDown. As we start with Tyler Bate.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring.
Now, I will be honest, I'm not too familiar with Tyler Bate. He's probably one of the few people on either show that I'm not really that familiar with, but I've heard good things. I've had some good reports about this guy in the ring and out of the ring as well. So I'll be interested to see what kind of show he can put on. I'll be interested to see whether he can make it through to the next round of this side of the King of the Ring tournament. It'll be fascinating.
He did put in a good showing a number of weeks ago against Sheamus in a Money in the Bank qualifier. It was unsuccessful that night, but I think he opened a few eyes as to exactly how much talent this man is. Of course, the well-known member of British Strong Style. Can he use that to his advantage tonight in this first round matchup?
That would be a very interesting contrast with the opponent he's got in the ring tonight, because, I mean, as good as this guy is as a wrestler, I might add, I'm not the biggest fan of him as a human being, but as a wrestler, as good as he is, the style is very different. It's not what you would call strong style at all. It's more of a classic high flyer. So whether the strong style of Tyler Bate would have the advantage in terms of nullifying some of that high flying offense, I suspect that might be the case. But then this guy, again, much as you might dislike him, he is a horrible human being in many ways. He does have a certain quality about him as a wrestler. You can't really deny that, I don't think. And to be honest, I do sort of think he'll find a way tonight. I do think he can find a way around a style that might not suit what he usually does so well. So I do think, if I had to give a prediction now, and I will, I think Logan Paul is the favourite to win this qualifier in advance. Well, to win and advance to the next round, as it were.
The first of SmackDown's first round matchups underway as Tyler Bate takes on Logan Paul, and immediately a striking game of Paul on display.
Very nice. He must have heard me about not being able to match with the strong style. Clearly not really on Logan Paul's mind at this exact moment.
Now it is Logan Paul taking an early advantage in this match, and a complete lack of respect for his opponent here. Bate easily going to kick out of that disrespectful pin attempt. Now Logan Paul off with the ropes, looking for a big shot to the face. Trying to knock Tyler Bate clean out here. Gets a 2 count off of that, and already Tyler Bate looks to be in serious jeopardy.
I think as much as anything, he's shocked that Paul has been striking at him so powerfully. I think you almost wonder if Paul's been watching Tyler Bate a bit and taken some inspiration from him before this match. I don't think Tyler Bate would have expected that. He would have expected. I don't know what Logan Paul was doing there, but okay, interesting strategy.
Looks like he slipped off of the rope there as he went for a springboard maneuver.
Yeah, perhaps. It happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of wrestlers. No shame in that. He's just got to recover and keep doing what he usually does. And no one will remember that by the end of this match. Oof, good recovery by Tyler Bate there.
Snap German suplex by Bate, dropping Paul, at least for the moment.
He needs to be very quick to capitalise because Paul is so lively and has so much energy and so much stamina. If you give him even a moment this early in the match, after you've got kind of a foothold back in it, you're going to get punished. And punished very, very badly. And Bate needs to make sure this match doesn't get away from him. I know he's got a good deal of experience. You know, he was the NXT United Kingdom, the final NXT United Kingdom champion, I do believe. Clearly, he has ability in the ring as much as Logan Paul does.
Hang on a second. We're going on a trip. Tyler Bate with the airplane spin. And back the other way, sending Logan Paul. Well, he's going to make him a bit loopy there, to be perfectly honest with you. He's not going to know where he is. I'm not sure Tyler Bate knows where he is there either. But into the cover we go. A kick out from Logan Paul.
I think when Logan Paul gets up from that, he's going to start thinking he's in the middle of a daily vlog again.
Tyler Bate was looking for the Tyler driver there, but DDT going to put a stop to those efforts.
Fun little facts.
Go ahead.
Fun little fact. Tyler Bate is actually from a place called Dudley. If you haven't heard of it, it's a little market town in the West Midlands, funnily enough. Very close to Wolverhampton and Birmingham. It's known as the capital of the Black Country. So he's clearly from ends. He clearly knows how to survive in a rough place because he's from the Midlands. I'm sure he's
Tyler
able to
Bate
scrap
did
his way
win
out
that.
of a good brawl or two.
Tyler Bate winning the strike exchange and a diving headbutt as well.
I'm just waiting for that diving headbutt thing to come on the feed, but yeah, I mean he's really leathering Logan Paul here. Yeah, I think Paul was hoping that he sort of wither and wilt a little bit when he brought the striking into the match, but it seems to have woken Bate up. If anything, he is absolutely going hammer and tongs at it. He's throwing the kitchen sink at Logan Paul, to be honest. But Paul has responded well, to be fair to him. He's got quite a lot of tenacity. You've got to give him credit for that. He doesn't back down from the fight. Neither of these men do, and that is why this one is going to go on and on and on until either man cannot go on. It's going to keep on and on going.
Over the top rope goes Bate. He holds on, and able to capitalise there. Get the shoulder tackle in against Logan Paul. Off the ropes we go now. And again, a drop kick. With another German suplex. Looking for a side suplex, which he does connect with. And now Bate heading to the top rope. What's he looking for to put an end to this? Maybe the spiral tap, and he gets it. To put an end to Logan Paul.
Great move.
And a kick out at 2 from Paul.
Wow. That is not something I expected Logan Paul to get his shoulders up off the mat for. Very, very impressive, actually.
Hotly contested matchup between two young, up-and-coming superstars on the SmackDown brand. Two superstars who really have their best years ahead of them. Logan Paul with a big shot to the gut of Tyler Bate.
his tracks, didn't he? Goodness gracious me.
And now Paul taking bait to the top rope. Dangerous position here. Logan Paul. Oh, brilliant athleticism. Crowd chanting, this is awesome, and fair play. It has been an incredible matchup to this point. Now Logan Paul heading to the top rope. Over the top he goes. Irish whip. And the rebound, and again a backbreaker from Paul. Logan Paul looking for a suicide dive, but he completely misses as Bate able to move out of the way. And now a chance for Tyler Bate to take control of this first round matchup.
You know, I think I might, having a bit of humility here, I think I might have got it wrong earlier. Honestly, I think Paul is really he's just not looking himself with the high-flying offense and the kind of exciting, daring maneuvers that he usually brings to any match. I think maybe he's done the smart thing. He's adjusted his style to combat his own frailties and weaknesses more than anything, more than because of Tyler Bate. And that could be the decider in this match. I think that could decide it one way or another. But I can't call it right now. It's been too close.
Tyler Bate now heading to the top rope, perhaps looking for another spiral tap maneuver. No, he drops the knee across the face of Logan Paul. But it's not enough to get the victory here. Strikes back and forth between these two men. As now the submission maneuver by Tyler Bate, the Billy Goat's Curse maneuver. Inverted Boston Crab, but Paul able to fight out of that predicament.
Yeah, Paul showing a lot of life in him for how long this match has gone on. He's really, that tenacity is coming to the fore again. I'm very impressed by him, I've got to say. Again, as a wrestler, as a human being, still don't like him any more than I did about however many minutes ago this match started. But very impressed with his grit.
Stalling superplex by Bate.
Lovely
Logan
move.
Paul forced to
Beautiful move.
take a breather on the outside in the end.
Yeah.
And now it's Tyler Bates' turn for a suicide dive. And he also whiffs that one. Might have knocked himself out there.
Yeah. Luckily we didn't see him suffer any serious consequences of that missed suicide dive.
It looked like Logan Paul was perhaps waiting for it on a springboard maneuver, but Tyler Bate caught him.
I think what Bates trying to do here is just not give Logan Paul a moment to breathe and rest, because he when someone has the stamina and the tenacity and the grit that Paul obviously has, as he's shown the whole match, you have to kind of not give him a moment to catch his breath. You have to be at him again and again and again. Just don't let up. Don't let the pressure change at all, you know? You have to keep on and on and on.
Oh! Logan Paul catching Tyler Bate with the one lucky punch on the outside of the ring. That reinforced fist of Logan Paul doing the damage to Tyler Bate, who looks to be out for the count. And a buckshot lariat as well to put an end to Tyler Bate in this match.
Maybe.
And he does.
Wow. And that came out of absolutely nowhere, didn't it? He just snatched it right at the end. But sometimes that's what the best wrestlers have to do. Sometimes it's about winning when you haven't performed as well as you know you can. That's a skill in and of itself.
The one lucky punch right there. Basically knocking Tyler Bate out. The buckshot lariat putting the exclamation point on the match, so to speak. And Logan Paul progresses to the quarterfinals. He will face either Karrion Kross or Rey Mysterio in the next round. Big win for Logan Paul tonight.
Huge win. And he'll have a lot of momentum going into the next round because he really had to fight for that one.
Well, we're going to move swiftly on here tonight over to the tag team division. We're going to see the former tag team champions in action here. The Street Profits losing their titles to Pretty Deadly at Money in the Bank. They'll be looking to swiftly get back to winning ways, and you'd imagine look to get straight back to those tag team championships.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Montez Ford and Angela Dawkins, the Street Profits.
A couple of very talented individuals right here. We'd like to give a bit of praise to Montez Ford, but let's also give the credit where it's due to Angelo Dawkins. It takes two to tango. The whole is only as good as the sum of its parts. The fact is, the Street Profits is made up of two fantastic competitors. And yet, despite that, it was not enough. It was not enough at Money in the Bank, as Pretty Deadly captured the Tag Team Championships of SmackDown, formerly known as the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. It is now the WWE Tag Team Championships. Similar to what we saw over on Raw, new belts being introduced to the tag champions. But tonight, the former champs are taking on the Creed brothers.
At a combined weight of 515 pounds, Brutus and Julius, the Creed brothers.
I'm wondering what the mental state of the Street Profits must be right now. I mean, it's always devastating to lose in any match for any major title, and the tag team championships are a major title. No one should ever fail to give them the credit that they're due. I almost saw them kind of dancing and looking quite jolly, but I almost wonder if that's a bit of a front, if it's something that they put on to sort of fool their opponents, the Creed brothers, tonight, into thinking that they're in a better headspace than they actually are. I almost wonder if if you'd have been able to see the eyes of Ford and his tag team partner, I almost wonder if they would have been a bit empty, a little bit soulless tonight. So I think they'll both be hurting very, very badly. And we need to see whether they can respond to that pain and harness it in a more positive way tonight.
A strong start from the Creed brothers. A few big shots from Julius. Here comes Brutus as Angelo Dawkins looks to try and get back into the matchup in the early goings. Angelo Dawkins showing that strength, that power.
And that is what makes him such a good partner for Montez Ford. I mean, I'm not saying Ford's not powerful in his own right, but you look at the difference in build, the difference in weight. You can't really change that. You can't make up for that completely. And Dawkins has such brute force. He has such a stocky, strong build. And Montez Ford obviously has the slimmer, arguably more agile build, but they're both brilliant, and they both perform a very, very vital function in this team. It takes two to tango in any tag team, and Montez Ford might be seen as more of a future star. He might get more of the attention a lot of the time, but without Angelo Dawkins, he wouldn't be where he is today. He wouldn't have had the success he's had, and it's important that we recognise and respect that at all times. And we're watching these two absolutely superb wrestlers just try and get themselves back into contention for the tag titles.
Street Profits taking control for a little bit here, but The Creed brothers looking to return the favour, which they do pretty nicely as Julius is back into the match. Back into the ring we go after a little fuffle on the outside. But Montez Ford caught by Julius. Looking to take advantage here. Gut wrench suplex. Quick tag from Ford, trying to make sure he and Dawkins keep each other fresh in this match. Dawkins misses the splash though. Dawkins stirring the pot a little bit there, as he likes to do. Brutus jaw-jacking with the crowd, and he's going to take a suicide dive to the back for his troubles. That's probably the last thing he wanted to have to deal with there. Now Dawkins heads to the top rope. Doesn't get caught. He's able to jump over the top, and there's the shoulder tackle as well. Brutus Creed could be in trouble here. A spear from Dawkins off the rope to put an end to the Creeds. No. Julius makes the save, and the referee has been wiped out by that one. At least for a moment.
I think we may be having a couple of technical issues, as Lily has said in the chat, actually.
Ah, yes. Give us just a moment. Okay, guys, and we are back. Just as the Creeds look to make a cover, but it doesn't get anywhere from it. Back to the action now. Brutus started to take control of the contest. Dawkins looking to make the tag to his partner, but he doesn't get there in time as Brutus firmly in control of this contest now. A wrecking ball off the top rope by Brutus could be about to put an end to this match. The former champs are in trouble, but Ford gonna make the save there. So a tag to Julius. The Creeds also trying to keep each other fresh in this contest. There's a cover again. And Angelo kicks out once more. Another tag to Brutus. But he's sent this to the corner. Dawkins has an opportunity to tag in. Montez Ford. And a double team maneuver by the Street Profits to get the win. But Julius there to make the save in quick order there. Brutus moving out of the way of that basement drop kick. Irish whip into the corner, reversed by Ford. Neither man really able to get the momentum going here. He strikes from Ford, dropping Brutus. Only for a moment though, as the takedown and the big strikes. There's no go drop. Forward. So regaining advantage here. Misses that big chop there and an Alabama slam. Tag made. Here comes Julius Creed, but he whiffs that one. The referee caught in the line of fire, not for the first time this match. Julius turns that one around. A big belly to belly suplex, hooking the leg for the cover here. Again, Ford kicks out. Oh, hang on a second. Julius bringing down the straps, but it gives Ford enough time to make the tag to Dawkins.
He might wish he hadn't pulled those straps down now that Dawkins is in the ring. But he has picked him up.
Dawkins off the ropes, looking for a spear, but instead, Julius taking a chance to take a cheap shot at Montez Ford. Angelo Dawkins going to return the favour, taking out Brutus. Up onto the ropes we go. A rebound off the ropes and a spear from Angelo Dawkins. Takes down Julius Creed to get the win for his team and a kick out at 2.
I'll be honest, I thought that was it. I say that a lot, but I did genuinely think that was
Dawkins with a big headbutt, taking down Julius. Hotly contested tag team matchup here tonight. The Creed certainly giving a good account of themselves in this one. Nice counter out of the German suplex by Angelo Dawkins. Julius gets tossed halfway across the ring there. And he's looking to make a tag to Brutus. And here we go. Brutus Creed and Montez Ford. Brutus going to take a quick trip to the outside. Montez Ford looking to do the damage. In the meantime, with a bit of a rolling thunder frog splash. Going to take Julius out of the ring, but that's going to give a chance for Brutus to capitalise. But Montez Ford with a springboard tornado DDT sees an opportunity to win the match for the Street Profits. The frog splash from Montez Ford into the cover. 1, 2, and Julius with the save. Julius saving the match right in the nick of time.
Very alive there to make that save.
Montez Ford checking that Julius is down on the outside. He sees an opportunity to hit a second frog splash in quick succession. Surely that's enough for the Street Profits to pick up the win, and it is. Big win for Dawkins and Ford. Hang on a second. Pretty deadly with a cheap shot with the championship belts. Wiping out the former champions. Clearly wanting to remove what would appear to be the biggest threat to their championship reign in the former champions. But nonetheless, that is a victory for the former champions, putting them right back into contention. But now we're going to head over to the women's division. In particular, we're going to see a bit of solo action. Well, hold on a second. I'm going to have to... Guys, we're going to have to go to a break because there's been some miscommunications about exactly what this match entails. So I'm going to be back in just a moment. Okay, guys, we are back, and hopefully this should now be going ahead as scheduled. A bit of miscommunication by the team backstage. I do apologise. We are heading into the women's division now, as we've got our new WWE Women's Champion in action.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Knoxville, Tennessee, the WWE Women's Champion, Bianca Belair.
Of course, Bianca Belair did win the ambulance match back at Money in the Bank to capture the WWE Women's Championship against Asuka. Finally putting that little rivalry to bed and finally walking out with the championship that she's been chasing all season so far. She now looks ahead to SummerSlam, which is coming out just after King of the Ring. So we're trying to find exactly who's going to be challenging Bianca at that pay-per-view. But tonight, she's in non-title action against Blair Davenport.
Okay. Again, someone I'm not really the most familiar with. Very cool look, though. Very cool ring attire. I do like that. That always puts me on the side of a particular performer when they've got a good look. Something unique. I would say that is pretty unique, to be honest.
Certainly an opportunity now for Blair to put herself on the map. If you can pick up a singles victory over the champion, you're going to put yourself right in contention for a championship match later down the line. Arguably, you assert yourself as number one contender there and then if you can pull it off.
That's very true. That's very true. I mean, I think if you beat the champion, you should get a shot at the championship. That's my personal opinion. We may differ on that. Other people may feel differently, and that's fine. But I think if you beat the champion, you've shown you have the ability to take them on, and you've shown you've got the ability ultimately to win the championship. So I think it's fair to get a shot at the gold as a result of that. And in my opinion, if Blair Davenport can get what would be an unexpected win tonight, she would shoot right to the top of the queue, right to the top of that ladder, really.
Crowd firmly behind the EST in this match tonight, as you can hear in the chants coming from the audience. But Blair Davenport certainly not going to be intimidated by this. It's a woman who's very confident in her abilities.
And that's the first part of the battle when you face any champion. You can't let yourself lose the mental game, because if you lose the mental game, the physical stuff doesn't really matter. You can't be intimidated. You can't be mentally checked out before you've even got in the match and before you've even started the wrestling. You have to stay in the game mentally, 100%. A fun fact, Paper, do you know where Blair Davenport is from?
Go ahead.
She is an English New Zealander wrestler. She was born in Harrogate in North Yorkshire. So she's British.
Someone's doing their research as we speak.
Yeah, I just decided for the first time, just about every stream I've been on, this is the first time I decided to look things up, which probably reflects poorly on me, to be honest, but...
Blair Davenport getting out of that one at 2, but runs straight into a clothesline and a standing move. Hang on a second! That's Miss Money in the Bank's music!
Oh
Tiffany, are we going to see a cash in here tonight? So soon after winning the briefcase, but Blair Davenport looking to capitalise with a roll-up. Only gets a one off of that though. Bianca
I think
looking
Stratton's
to...
had a word backstage and she's trying to completely fake out the EST there, to be honest. I was about to say it's way too early in the match for her to try and make a Money in the Bank cash, and that would be a huge error. But it turned out to be a very, very intelligent play. Whether she's going to get in trouble for probably unfairly commandeering the use of the stadium's Titantron and the whoever's playing the ring music, that's a separate issue. But it was a very smart move from Miss Money in the Bank.
Hang on, Blair. Grabbing the arms, and a big knee to the face! Looks like it knocks the champion out! The cover! And a kick out from Belair.
You can tell from that one she spent time in the British public school system. Jesus Christ. That is I want your Kit Kat and cheese sandwich for my lunch vibes. That is give me your lunch money vibes, that was. From Blair Davenport. That was brutal. Brutal.
Well, I'll tell you what, it didn't put an end to the match, but it certainly allowed Davenport to take control of this contest.
I mean, I think it's not put an end to the match. I'm sure it's put an end to another innocent public school child who got in the way of Blair Davenport back in the day. But Bianca Belair's kind of a bit of a cut above that sort of level, let's say. We're not in the playground anymore, to be frank.
I mean, Bianca may have been looking for that glam slam, and Blair Davenport, to her credit, showed that she was aware of it, but that nice reversal there by Bianca is going to force Blair to get the rope break. Well, there has certainly been a little bit of a distraction there by Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank, just letting the champion know that she's around and that she's watching and waiting for her opportunity. Is a brilliant snap suplex by Davenport. Does not get the 3 count though. Belair now looking to find her way back into the matchup, and she does with that spinning slam. But an easy kick out by Davenport there. But Bianca, just like that, with the KOD, the kiss of death, to get the win tonight. Yeah, but a kick out from Davenport.
Oh my God.
Impressive showing by Davenport in this one, and Bianca clearly thrown off her game after that. Well, not even interference, but you know this not very subtle message being sent by Tiffany Stratton. Seems to have eyes in the back of her head, but that means she's not focusing on her opponent. As a spinning back fist from Davenport drops their champion.
Yeah, I think she. Understandably, I do think the EST's been a bit rattled by hearing Tiffany Stratton's music and seeing her name up in the big screen, up in lights. You would be thinking about it. You'd have those hackles up on your back and your shoulders and your spine. Do you know what I mean?
And another German suplex as well. Their champion looks to be on rocky. Hang on. And another knee to the face. I didn't even get to finish the full. Bianca might be knocked out as there's a cover. Good. And the champion kicks out again. But she looks to be on shaky ground now. Blair Davenport, I think, smells blood in the water. Knees up on the champion as well. A super kick by Belair. Off the ropes. Springboard into the moonsault. Oh, and a second, a roll up by Davenport, catching the champion off guard, looking to steal a win. And she does!
Oh my God.
A huge upset.
Wow.
On SmackDown. Blair Davenport pins the women's champion. Bianca never got going in that match after the interference from Tiffany Stratton, and it got the job done. I mean, the roll-up I mean, Bianca's not out of it. I can understand why Tiffany does not seem to be catching in at this opportunity. I'm sure if it had been off of one of those knockout knees, she would have done. But the roll-up got the job done for Blair Davenport tonight, and suddenly we may have a new #1 contender on our hands.
I mean, there's a lot you could say about that match. A lot. There's a lot to dissect. I mean, you said about if Tiffany Stratton had come in after one of those knockout punches and cashed in, she would be the women's champion right now. I think she would have been the second woman tonight to be knocked flat by Blair Davenport. She was absolutely on fire tonight. And we can talk, and we should talk about Bianca Belair being distracted and not being mentally 100% there. But you have, first of all, to give credit to Blair Davenport. That was such a spirited, such a fighting performance. And in my opinion, this is one person's opinion, it won't change the way that things go in this company. Blair Davenport has to get a match at some point now in the future. And she has to be able to fight for the women's title, because that was the match of a champion in waiting, a champion to be. Make no mistake about it.
Well, we can't hang around on dissecting what was one of the biggest upsets we've seen in a long time. We do have to move on to our next matchup. It is a triple threat contest, and it is a chance for someone to make a name for themselves tonight. And out first is Dijak.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring.
This is to the point where I like that this is pushing my wrestling. Donovan Dijak. Interesting. It's really pushing my my wrestling knowledge here, because I've not heard of Dijak again. I haven't heard of him.
Well, this is what we're saying. It's a chance to make a name for yourself tonight.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Make absolutely no mistake about it. This is any match on SmackDown. This is the biggest wrestling show in the world. Well, this or Raw, but this is one of the two biggest wrestling shows in the world. It is millions of people watch. There's thousands and tens of thousands in the stadium. If you do something, people are going to know about it. And in the age of social media, everybody's going to know. It's not even just word of mouth anymore. You can see it. So if Dijak does something impressive tonight, he'll have a new fan in me, and he'll have plenty of other new fans to go along with myself. Believe me.
The next participant in this match, it is...
From Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, Santos Escobar.
No, ring announcer. What you mean is that this is Santos Escobar.
A member of the LWO, probably the greatest spin-off of a spin-off in wrestling.
Well, he's certainly tried
or a
to
stable,
move it.
as it were.
He's made it completely apparent that he's trying to move away from the LWO. He's trying to make it a ring for himself as a singles competitor, and he has a chance to do it in this match, in this triple threat contest. We've got Dijak, we've got Santos Escobar, and we have got... Well, we have one more participant in this match, and it is Wes Lee.
And from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, Wes Lee!
I don't know any of these people. I feel really bad, because I'm sure they're all fantastic. You don't get on SmackDown, you don't get in the WWE that big, having an ability. But I don't know, I haven't heard of them before. Maybe I think it shows more than anything I need to expand my wrestling repertoire, really, being honest.
It's time for someone to make a name for themselves. This is what this is all about. This is a chance for someone to break it. And you know what?
100%.
Do you know what? I'm going to up the stakes for this match right now.
Okay.
As per order of General Manager The Rock. We're going to make this, right now, this is a #1 contenders match for the United States Championship.
Oh.
The winner's going to face Bron Breakker.
Okay.
Let's do this right now. Make a name for yourself, kids. Let's get this one underway. Triple threat action. Dijak straight out of the gates with a big knee. And I think Wesley just hit a springboard stunner as his first move in the match. What on earth?
Okay, that's quite a way to start a match. Wow.
Dijak with a... Oh, he's looking for a belly to belly, I think, but Wes able to fight out of it. The two smaller men in the match now seem to be teaming up on Dijak, although only for a moment. Cover by Wesley on Santos Escobar, and the kick out at 1. Wesley catching Santos with a Hurricane Runner. And I guess like a wheelbarrow kick, taking down Dijak as well. Wesley like a house on fire so far. There's a ripcord knee as well. He's going to get caught by Santos Escobar here. A suplex to the outside of the ring. Smart from Wesley, bringing a weapon into the match as a springboard cross body. And poor Charles Robinson. He has been decapitated. Oh, that was just deliberate from Santos Escobar. Just absolutely wiping out poor old Charles Robinson as a sledgehammer to the face of Dijak. Spinebuster into the cover. Hooking the leg. Is it enough? No. Chokeslam backbreaker by Dijak.
And a fun fact about Dijak, we're gonna make this like a new segment on the show, Ben's Fun Facts, because I've actually decided to learn how to use the fucking internet now. I saw his name and immediately thought of this. I thought he might have been born here, but he wasn't. He was born in the US, but he is of Croatian, Hungarian, and Italian ancestry. Funnily enough, I guess that's where the name Dijak probably comes from. Sounds like a name of Eastern European descent, which probably means he's a hard bugger and he's quite good in a fight, to be honest.
It's a super kick to the back of the head. He might be a hard geezer, but he's dropped by that one.
As they call it in the local Croatian parlance, he is in fact, yes, a hard geezer. I'm sure that's what they've called it.
Santos Escobar with a diving crossbody and hook in the leg on Wesley. Dijak just gonna watch this, and perhaps he made the right decision because it was not even close to being a free count. But that big boot drops Santos Escobar. Oh, and hang on, Dijak with a choke slam into the cover, but Wesley gonna make the save. He is there to put a stop to that one. And another stunner from Wesley.
Somewhere, a certain bald-headed man is cracking open multiple beers and smiling. Well, he doesn't smile often, so that does mean something, by the way. I mean, I don't know how I haven't seen it before, but the one thing Dijak definitely has is the power and the size advantage. I mean, we know well enough nowadays, wrestling is not just about power, it's not about size, it's not about how big you are, it's about how good you are, how smart you are, and how hardworking you are. But saying that, size advantage never hurt nobody, frankly.
Another wheelbarrow kick from Wesley. And kick to the gut. Wesley. Oh, we saw Dominic Mysterio do this on Raw. The Canadian Destroyer. Santos Escobar might be out. No, he's not. And now Santos has Wesley up into a slam. Hooks the leg. But Dijak going to make the save this time. Santos with a frog splash to Dijak. Looking to bring an end to this contest. Dijak kicking out at the last possible moment. Cover from Dijak using the feet on the rope, but it's broken up by Santos Escobar, who took his sweet time in doing so. Trying to take out both men, and it's going to cost him there.
Yeah, he seemed to go for an initial an initial breakup of the pin, realised he was nowhere near Dijak, and then readjusted himself just in time, actually, because that could have been the end of it.
And now Santos Escobar with a slam. And again in the middle of the ring to Wesley. The cover, but again Dijak in time to make the save. Now cover from Dijak off of that. Not going to be enough to put down Santos. Big clubbing forearm, absolutely dropping Santos, who's going to roll out the ring. The head scissors from Wesley, dropping Dijak at least for a moment. A sledgehammer shot to the gut, and again.
Yeah, it looks like Escobar is just out cold on the outside of the ring. I feel like Wesley there was too focused on trying to hurt Dijak and not trying to pin him. He could have had the match won there if he'd been a bit more smart and a bit more aware about what was going on. But he has put in a good show tonight. You can't deny that. He's done very well. They've all done very, very well. It's hard to pick a winner at the moment. I also have to say Wesley's name being spelt the way it is like it's like Flow Rider levels of literary drip. You know, it actually took me like 10 years. Very nice. He's really showing his wrestling ability tonight here, isn't he, Dijak? He's been brilliant tonight. I was saying it took me about 10 years of hearing his name to figure out that Flow Rider is just the two parts of the word Florida with a space in between. So I'm sure that gives everyone confidence for when they qualify as a trained medical professional.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The baseball bat beats the kendo stick. But the fist beats the baseball bat.
That was like America versus Japan Mark II.
And now Wesley looking for the pin on Santos Escobar. And he gets it!
Oh, wow. Dijak, he's furious. He can't believe it. He looked around like, did I seriously do all of the things I've done and lose this match? And unfortunately, Dijak, yes, you did.
That means Wesley is going to get a shot at the United States Championship.
I mean, look, a win's a win, isn't it? A win is a win. If you win, you deserve to win. You've done enough. You've done enough to get yourself over the line, no matter how you do it. Even if you, I mean, Wesley didn't tonight. Even if you break a few rules, if you bend the rules a little bit, but Wesley didn't have to do that. He just put in a really good show, and he took an opportunity, seized it with both hands, and did what he had to do.
Well, we're going to head now back over to the SmackDown Women's Division. Now, you may recall the qualifiers for Money in the Bank that Dakota Kai got involved in Bayley's qualifier against Roxanne Perez, costing Roxanne the match and a 2-on-1 attack after the contest was ended. It's the chance for Roxanne to get a little bit of revenge on Damage Control, but of course Bayley, you can see, accompanying Dakota for this match. Dakota Kai was unsuccessful in qualifying for the Money in the Bank match.
I was about to say, Lily's right. She's got that Neapolitan-looking trim.
The Neapolitan trim.
The Neapolitan trim, yeah. Not because she looks like Napoleon, she looks like them 3 packs of ice cream you get. Bit of chocolate, bit of strawberry, bit of vanilla. Very nice.
Was, as we said, taking on Roxanne Perez.
From Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
Well, I don't think Roxanne needs much more motivation heading into this match. Dakota cost her a spot in the Money in the Bank match, and then the 2-on-1 attack after the contest was already concluded. Just to be completely honest, it was unnecessary. Roxanne out for vengeance against Damage Control here. Can she pick up the victory? It's all well and good gunning for revenge, but if you step into the ring for revenge and you lose, you haven't really accomplished anything, let's be honest.
Well, I think revenge can muddle the mind or it can focus the mind. You have to take control of it more than anything and choose which. You know, whenever you feel a strong emotion in life, an overpowering, overwhelming emotion, like the lust, the desire for revenge, then ultimately you have to try and have an element of control over it. You want it to fire you on. You want to use the passion that it brings, the focus, the drive that it can give you, rather than let it overwhelm you and kind of swamp your senses and cloud your mind and your judgment. And I think we're gonna know very soon and very quickly whether Roxanne Perez falls into the former or the latter category in her desire for revenge. Finally, Lily has finally decided to join us in the simping. I think it's finally like a simping trifecta.
Right on the roll up here, off the Hurricane Runner. Not going to get the 3 count though.
Too soon. I mean, it got a little bit of a longer count than you'd expect. I mean, it was almost a 2, which was quite surprising. But I mean, they say revenge is a dish best served cold. I have a feeling that one part of Dakota Kai, the trim, is probably quite cold in multiple ways. But is Roxanne Perez's heart cold or on fire right now? That is the key question, I think, in this match. She's got the ability, but does she have the temperament? Does she have the right emotional control, the right maturity, really, as a wrestler, in her desire to get revenge and Damage Control, to walk out the winner tonight? That is the key question here tonight in this matchup on Friday Night SmackDown.
What we've seen, of course, Rockfire been utilising those kicks, and so Roxanne wisely targeting the legs now. Bayley's slipped a kendo stick into the ring, which the referee's going to deal with. Hang on a second. This is very similar to what we saw during that qualifier. Bayley getting involved in the matchup, allowing Dakota Kai to capitalise on the distraction. Now Bayley fiddling about with the turnbuckle pad. Referee John Cohn going to remove that kendo stick from the equation. Cover, but a kick out quite comfortably in the end from Roxanne. Oh, she's going to go into that exposed turnbuckle though. The work of Bayley coming into play here. Dakota into a camel clutch. Looking for the submission.
Yeah, classic submission that is. But it's just too early. You have to save, in my opinion, the best thing to do is save your submissions and your pins for later on when you've got a real chance of getting something out of them. Unless it's a surprise roll-up or, a submission that you know you can get locked in the middle of the ring. Unless you know you can do that for sure, 100%, you need to be very careful about using a submission or a pin because it plays into your opponent. It gives them time to rest and recover. You don't want that. Not at this level of wrestling. You can get away with that in the high school gyms and, you know, the AEW arenas, but not here in the WWE. Not here in the WWE. See, guys, I'm a real commentator. I did it. I took a pointless pop shot at the opposition. Yeah, I did it.
He's done it.
He's done it.
Up to the top rope we go, looking for a Hurricane Runner. But Dakota Kai able to slip out of that one. Roxanne Perez landing very awkwardly on her neck, and it's going to allow Kai to take control into a cover. But a kick out from Perez.
It's just, again, it's too early. It's just too early.
But now Kai looking for the end to this contest. A big right hand from Perez. Almost putting a stop to that. A flying clothesline. Sending Kai into the corner. Once again now, is she looking for that Hurricane Runner? Again she is. Can she connect with it this time? She does! Bailey once again messing about with the turnbuckles. Well, there's a counter from Kai. A counter from Perez. Back and forth consistently in this match. Perez up on the shoulders into another Hurricane Runner. Another cover here. Is it enough to put an end to the match? No. And Perez taking the fight to Bailey. Sick and tired of these interferences from the other members of Damage Control, but it is going to give Kai a moment to capitalise.
Yep.
And has the emotion gotten the best of Perez?
Maybe. To be fair, if you looked at it, was the attack on Bailey, there was nothing wrong with that. If you looked at where Bailey was positioned, I don't think she ever saw Roxanne Perez coming, but she just gave Dakota Kai too much time to recover, and that was one of those moments where revenge is a dish. Why? That's why we say revenge is a dish better served cold.
Another shots back and forth between Kai and Perez. And again, the big kicks by Kai. Looking to bring an end to the match. And a chiropractor, but the referee is distracted by the turnbuckle.
That might be the best name for a move ever, by the way.
And the chiropractor gets the job done for Dakota Kai tonight.
Wow. That's tough to take for Roxanne Perez. She was down for a long time, even with the distraction from the turnbuckle. I mean, yeah, that's a real shame. I think she'll be sad. She'll be sad to lose that way.
That is a good win for Dakota Kai, though, as Damage Control continue to make life miserable for Roxanne Perez. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. I'm going to bring you back to the King of the Ring tournament bracket. Saw earlier tonight, Logan Paul picked up the victory over Tyler Bate. Which SmackDown superstar is going to join him in the quarter-finals? It's time for your SmackDown main event. So let's get our main event match underway. As one of the greatest of all time steps into the ring once again, it is AJ Styles.
We're about to start simping for a male wrestler for the first time, I think.
Georgia, weighing in at 208
I mean, this guy's just unbelievable. He's done literally everything. He's won world championships everywhere he's been. He's had world-class matches everywhere he's been. He's a veteran. A veteran doesn't do it justice. The guy's a legend. The guy is a legend. It's a fact. Denying AJ Styles is a legend. It's like denying that water's wet or grass is green. Like, you can do it if you really want, but like, let's be honest, it's nonsense. It would be absolute absurdity.
He's yet to truly get going this season, but certainly King of the Ring has a chance to get some momentum under your belt. But he's taking on the Bloodlines Solo Sikoa.
Representing the Bloodline from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
Of course, accompanied to the ring by the wise man, Paul Heyman. Solo looking to bring a bit of glory into the Bloodline. He was unsuccessful in the Money in the Bank ladder match. But could King of the Ring be the title that he claims instead? Let's get our main event of SmackDown underway. The veteran, the wily AJ Styles versus the youthful and the brutal Solo Sikoa. Straight out the gate, a headbutt from Solo. I mean, what are you meant to do when you're up against something like that? I didn't even notice. The turnbuckle pad has already been exposed, no doubt at the hands of the wise man Paul Heyman. The AJ going after the leg here. Trying to take out the vertical base of the enforcer of the Bloodline. AJ perhaps looking to take advantage of the exposed turnbuckle. Solo senses danger and fights out of that. Instead of belly to belly. And Solo taking advantage. And Enziguro drops Solo there. Paul Heyman now looking to introduce a kendo stick, but the referee saw it. Heyman forced to abort that mission. It's again the turnbuckle coming into play. It's paying dividends to no end for Solo Sikoa. A combination of strikes by AJ. AJ with a neck breaker off of the fireman's carry into the cover now. He only gets a 1 count. Nowhere near enough damage has been done to Solo.
I know I didn't have him down as my winner for the tournament. I do think that he has to become one of the favourites if he gets past Solo Sikoa here. Because you're not just getting past horribly dangerous, brutal, powerful wrestler. You're also getting past... Excuse my language. You're getting past the bullshit. You're getting past the screw jobs. Because that's what you get when you face the Bloodline. That's what you get. You either get screwed or you avoid getting screwed. There's no in-between with the Bloodline. There's really no in-between at all. I think these guys are just both incredible. They're both... I mean, Styles, I think, is above Sikoa, but then that's not saying much. He's above basically anybody in a given moment, really. Almost anyone he wrestles against. He's either above or he's on a level. But they're both going to put on a wonderful show tonight. You can know that 100%.
Styles waiting for the right moment to capitalise. And didn't he just find that moment? And now Styles, those targeted attacks on the legs coming through with the calf crusher, and Heyman getting up on the turnbuckle again as Solo fights out of that one.
I mean, after
Both
recent
great.
developments, he's now going to call Solo Sikoa the tribal chief, isn't he? For a period of time, at least, anyway.
Well, at least until the return of Roman Reigns, who's been conspicuous by his absence in recent times.
Precisely.
And now Heyman exchanging a few words with AJ Styles here. Referee Charles Robinson finally dealing with that bloody turnbuckle pad. Oh, Styles! He didn't get all of it, but he did a bit of damage there to Solo. And now having a few words with Paul Heyman, telling the wise man to stay out of this one. Solo sees an opportunity to strike here, though, and indeed he will, with a back suplex. And sending Styles into the steps, and the momentum has shifted in Solo's favour now. AJ struggles to recover on the outside of the ring. And two men seem to have exchanged positions for one reason or another. Styles! I think he was looking to deliver a bit of damage to Heyman. And he does in the end, but he did whiff the original attempt, and there's a dropkick now to Solo as well. Bit of a warning shot to Paul Heyman there, telling him to stay out of the Phenomenal One's business as the referee gets clocked. Charles Robinson just cannot stay out of the line of fire, it seems, tonight. Styles will counter now. Looking again for the calf crusher. Really targeting the leg of Solo Sikoa. Has he identified a weakness? But again, Solo easily able to fight out. You have to wonder if maybe this is a misguided effort on the part of Styles. It's now an Irish whip. Goes underneath. Pops him up into a Samoan drop. And you can see the pain in AJ Styles' reaction there. Solo missed the kick, and it allowed AJ to capitalise with an enziguri. A wheelbarrow into the facebuster. AJ perhaps trying to get the crowd on side here. Solo fights out of that predicament. And a clothesline taking down Styles. Oh, hang on. Solo looking for the Samoan spike, but Styles quickly able to fight out of that predicament. Headbutt into the cover. Styles, that's the experience that we're seeing there. He can smell the danger.
100%, 100%. He knew what was up. He knew what was going on.
And again, Heyman getting involved. And Styles, he can't resist having a little bit of a word with the wise man. Styles still having a word with Heyman, and it's gonna get it does enough for Solo to take back control of the contest. And Solo once again looking for the Samoan spike, and again Styles able to deal with it. Belly to belly, hooks the leg. And again a kick out from AJ. And headbutts multiple times to the arm of Styles. We don't see Solo go to the top rope all that often. And that's why, whiffing the elbow drop, I should say. Styles seems he's definitely feeling those headbutts to the arm. You can see him still holding on to the arm that was targeted. Solo caught with the DDT. Styles with a stun gun. Irish whip, here we go. And Styles didn't have enough to jump over that one, I don't think. But instead, rebound off the rope. And neck breaker dropping Solo. As now Solo looking to get back to his feet. Styles catches him with a knee. Looking for the phenomenal forearm. Connecting to put an end to the match. 1, 2, and Solo kicks out of the forearm.
It's interesting. I feel like something's wrong with Paul Heyman. I mean, apart from the hairline, something's wrong with Paul Heyman. Because he seems to almost be complaining rather than interfering. The whole point is to try and break something up like that. He should get on the apron, distract the... Oh, it's just distracted Styles as soon as I've said that. He must have heard me speaking.
I do see your point, though. He's not been as helpful as he perhaps could be.
It's ineffectual complaining. It's moaning instead of... It should be something practical, when that happens. When that pin's being made, it's a very dangerous situation for Solo Sikoa. He should get up on the apron and try and find a way to just distract Robinson to stop his count, to stop the count, really. Put the onus... he shouldn't do it, but if he wants to be effective, he's got to put the onus on Robinson to either keep the count going or break it up and talk to Heyman and, lose his focus on the count. He's just got to stop that count from being made. He's got to find a way.
Styles now lethargically clambering up to the top rope. A frog splash from Styles to beat Solo Sikoa. No, a kick out. Solo to the outside. Styles takes out Heyman this time. But Solo again able to capitalise on the momentary distraction. And again Heyman getting involved in the match.
Well, that's more like what the Bloodline and what Sikoa will want him to do. He's taking AJ Styles out of his element. I think Styles has just got to completely forget. He's got to do one of two things. He's either got to completely ignore Heyman and forget he's there, or he's got to put him down permanently. I'm not saying kill him, but knock him out. Get him on the floor and just eliminate the possibility of that interference. You have to just be ruthless. I think Styles is almost too... He wants to win honestly. He wants to do things the honest way, the right way, the professional way. And that's very admirable. But sometimes you've got to get down to the level that you're against. He is against two people. A whole group in a way, but at this moment, two people who they just are obsessed with winning. They will do anything they have to do to win. They'll do whatever dirty play, little trick in the book. They'll do anything. So AJ Styles has to get down to that level and scrap and fight, which he's more than capable of doing. He has to scrap and fight.
Oh!
Oh
the Samoan spike finally connecting!
Well, that might...
And a kick out from Styles!
Oh my word. I don't know how he's managed to get out of that. Very few people get out of that Samoan spike. It very rarely happens. You've seen... Wouldn't call it a miracle, but it's
Styles senses danger. He's going for his biggest maneuver. The Styles Clash into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Styles progresses to the quarterfinals.
Brilliant to see from AJ Styles. He's still got it. He's always had it. He's still got it. But you have to ask the question again. I'm going to say it again. Where was Paul Heyman? He didn't do anything. and he was looking right at it. He sees the Styles Clash. He knows, anyone with any sense, anyone with any knowledge of wrestling knows how devastating that move is, that it can end any match. And he looks at Sikoa being pinned, and it doesn't do anything. I mean, is there tension in the bloodline? Is there friction between Heyman and Sikoa? There has to be something going on there, because it doesn't make sense. It's completely illogical. But what isn't illogical is AJ Styles being a quarter-finalist in this King of the Ring tournament. I really think that shoots his name right up to the top of the list, in that he could go all the way and win this thing, in my opinion.
AJ Styles will meet either Tyler Breeze or Sheamus in the next round. But that's going to be it tonight for SmackDown. Do hope you've enjoyed this episode. There will be more King of the Ring next week. We will finish off the first round. We will know exactly what will be happening in the quarterfinals. Thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. Take care and have a very good night.
Hello. Good night, everyone. Hello and good night. Hello, good evening, and good night.